In the previous session, we understood how to provide permissions to user. So here we are not providing to directly to the user. We are providing to the files. So based on the file ownership and groups, so respectively, people are getting the accesses. So respectively, people are getting the permissions on the files. Okay. So we are not dedicating to, we are not directly giving the permissions to the users or groups. So where we are giving on files only. The moment you execute ls-l, which will display more details about your file. So in the first column, permissions, the file which is having permissions, and there are three categories: user permissions, group permissions, and others permissions. Okay, so based on that, people are getting the permissions. Okay, so I hope everybody understood, because if any other team members like developers, DB admins, or network team, or DevOps team, or a testing team, so they cannot create the users, they don't have admin privileges. So we are only the persons having the root privileges. Root in the sense admin user. So admin privileges. So if anybody wants to access the servers or access the files, so you have to provide the permissions. Okay. So based on the request, you should go and log in as a root user. Then you can provide the permissions. Fine. Any questions before jumping into another interesting topic, which is sudo access? Many people don't know this sudo access. Okay, fine. Sudo access. So generally we know password is a sensitive information, and in the previous session also I told that one of you asked that password, so we can reset the root password also. Okay, let me open the paint. Yeah. So how many types of users, guys? How many? Three. Very good. First user is root user, normal users. Okay, this is one and only guy, and some system users, or people are calling service users also. Fine. So everybody having sorry. So everybody having their own passwords, but root user password, even root user also having the password. If you set the password, if somebody knows the password, then it will be problem to everyone. Correct? So generally, we are not supposed to provide the root password to anyone, because he is the super user, right? He is a super user. He can do anything. He can do 100% privileges. Okay. He can do anything. He can reboot the server. Okay. He can shut down the mission. He can delete the files. If somebody application team member, if he knows the root user password, right, simply he can access the server, and he might delete the files, he might shut down also. Anything he can do, right, with root. That is the reason we are not supposed to provide the passwords to this team. Not only this team, others except OS admins, nobody can access as a root user. Can access your servers as a root user. Okay, be careful. But sometimes there is a application lead. Okay, normally app team, DB team, testing team, or QA team, quality analysis testing team, and DevOps team. Okay, and network, few others. Okay, so each and every team there might be a lead. Okay, so that guys, he wants to root access. Okay, anyone out of these teams, so anyone can. These all are normal users only. Okay, only OS team. You may call it as a platform team. All are same, guys. All are same, and you may call it as a Linux team, or you may call it as a Unix team. Okay, or you can call it as a OS admin team. So these guys only having the root user. Sometimes they request you to provide the root user access, but we are not supposed to share the passwords. Passwords are the sensitive information, right? You cannot, if someone asks you your phone password, you are not supposed to provide, right? So in the same way, but how people are providing, how people, if they get the request like root user, that is known as the sudo access. Okay, so that is known as the sudo access. Normally, what are the requirements to log in into the server? What are the minimum requirements to log in into the server? Guys, in the first session we discussed username, password, then IP address. Very good. Then your server IP. Okay, so these are the things. So normal user, there is a Java user. Okay, so you can create a Java user and set password also. Okay, then you can provide. Then this guy will log in like 10.10.1.0 is the server name. Then he can log in. Okay, as a Java user. But this guy, he wants to root user. Okay, the same server. Okay, the same server 10.10.1.0. So here also root user should be. Okay, so root user. Now even root user also password required, right? But you are not supposed to provide the password. Then how to how to this Java user jump to root user? So that time you can use the sudo command, sudo and su hyphen. Did you remember, guys? In the EC2, after login into the EC2 user, you are using the same command, then it will be switching to the root user, right? Agree? So that is the sudo access. So here you knows only EC2 user password, correct? Then you don't know the root user password, but still you are logging into the server as a root user. That's it. Without providing the password, okay. So you are going to give a root access to the normal users. That is called as the sudo. Okay. Sudo nothing but a without providing the admin privileges, administrator password or root user password, you are providing the admin privileges to the normal users. So this is the EC2. EC2 is the default user in the AWS, correct? So this sudo also default sudo access they are providing. Okay. So for EC2 user, that is the reason you are not, it is not prompting any password while you are executing this command on the EC2 user. I will show you now. I will go and log in my mission and I will show you. Okay. So what is sudo access means? Without sharing the root user password. Okay. So you are providing the root user privileges to the normal users. That is known as the sudo access. Okay. So I already logged in my mission. Okay. See, I am logging into my server with EC2 user and it is asking the password. Okay. Fine. See, now I am with the EC2 user. Okay. The moment I am executing this command sudo hyphen su hyphen sudo su hyphen, then without prompting any password, it is asking the password. This is for switching to the root user. This everybody knows. The same server, there is a Java user, right? Yeah, let me set password for Java and I will log in. Okay, same server, duplicate session. Okay, so I am logging into same server with Java ID. Okay, now if I do the same command here, see, it is asking the password. But if you know the root user password, right, then he can log in. But nobody can provide, nobody supposed to provide the root user password. Then how this guy can log in as a Java? Then you have to go and provide the sudo access to him. Then how to provide? I will tell you now. Okay. So in the real time projects, sometimes application users or DB administrator users, so these guys also sometimes they require the root access. Why? They may configuration some application level, they need to do some configurations. Okay. So app level, they want to do some configuration. Okay. So that is the reason they want to they require the root access. Okay. They require the root access. Fine. But admin, so first what they will do? They will drop a mail. Hi Linux team. Okay. So this Java user ID, this application developer simply he sent a mail. Then you are in the shift, so you see in that mail, then immediately you have to reply. What is the purpose of the root access? See, blindly you cannot do, right. You cannot you cannot provide the root access, but because he may not know everything about your server, maybe he can delete some files, then he cannot responsibility for that activity, for that thing. So who will? OS admin only responsibilities. OS admin is only having the responsibilities on your servers. If something deleted means, then people will come and ask OS team only, not application team. So that is the reason you should question them. Why do you want to root privileges, root access? Then they will come up with their stories. Some blah blah, some application dependency, some application configuration we need to perform. So that is the reason we require the root access. Then again, you have to ask them, get the your OS team manager, your team leader or your manager, right? You can tell them, get the approval from my manager or the server owners. There should be a server owners, guys. Okay, he is a lead persons, superiors. They only, the project is under they self only. So you can question them, hey developer, go and meet my manager and get approval. How? Over email. Okay, so over email you can go and get the approval. Then this guy will talk to their managers or server owners. Okay, then they will send a request to the approval over email only. They will check what is this configuration, how affect to your server, any impact on this your server if they implemented all these things. Technically they will validate, then they will provide the approval, sign off. Okay, okay, Linux admin, you can provide the root access, but limited period only. Okay, because how many days they want? 2 days or maximum 5 days, that's it. 2 to 5, that's it. Again you can so provide a sudo access. Okay, then again revoke the sudo access. Revoke in the sense remove. Remove. Okay, so this is the procedure in the real time. This is very very important, guys. It's a major activity, you can say. See, normally root user means super user. If someone having the root privileges means it is very dangerous, because he don't know, right, what is the files, what are the configuration files, what are the things and all, because he is not from the platform team, he is not from the platform background, he is not from OS background. So that is the reason if someone is having root access means it's very dangerous. OS team only maintaining the root access, that's it. But sometimes they need root privileges also. So this is the procedure we are following in the real-time projects. See, question is very simple. What is sudo access? You should explain all this story. Okay. So if you are still have any questions or any concerns, right, you can rewatch my video. I'm sharing, right, once we done the session. So you can go and rewatch it and try to understand and prepare your own steps. Okay. So here first application team, then our OS team. First thing, first mail. What mail? Sudo access request mail. Okay. Who will send? This guy will send to OS team. Then here OS team people receives the mail. Then they will ask the question. Why? Why you need sudo access? Then they will come up again second mail. They will come up with the justification. Again they will send. So on so things they want to perform. Okay, so they will come up with the justification. Then again you have to ask them for approval. Whom approval means your OS team leader, OS team manager or application leader or server owner. So their approval. Then again they will come up with the approval. Okay, so approval done. then again they will inform you, then you have to provide only limited period. That's it. Again you have to remember and remove the, once they're done with their activity, right, then you can remove sudo access. That's it. Clear? This much story happening guys in the real time project. Even you cannot get this information from Google. Okay, so I will bet you can go on search, you cannot find. Clear? But providing sudo access is very very simple, only one line, that's it. So technically we will see now. Okay, so now let's assume this Java user I logged in, right? This guy, Java user, not this guy, this one, Java user. Okay, so I will provide the sudo access to him, then we will see. Okay, see currently when I am doing sudo su hyphen, right, it is asking the password. It means this guy don't have the sudo privileges. That is the reason. Okay, now I will provide. Providing sudo access is very very simple. I will show you now. Okay, there is a, there are two ways to provide. Okay, command is how to provide sudo access. Okay, so command is vi sudo. This is the command. Okay, so vi sudo is the command, and there is a format guys. Format is your username. Okay, so be careful while providing this sudo access. All equal to all. Okay, then no password colon all, I think. Okay, so let me find from the previous class. Even also I forgotten this one, so let me get it from here. 14th class October 1. Yeah, this is the format guys. Okay, even that time also I explained Java user only. Fine, almost same thing I written, I think. Fine, so this is the format, and you can go for the example. Same Java user, then all equal to all, no password all. Actually there is a configuration file which is /etc /sudo ers. This is the file. Okay, in the file you can go and add this line at the bottom, then you can save the file, or directly can go with the vi sudo command also. Okay, this is also interview question. What, see, you can go and edit with vi also, vi and file name, then add this data. You know already how to add the data into the file. Then what is this vi sudo? Okay, then what is this vi sudo also, I will explain later. Okay, this is very very important interview question. First let me go and provide for Java user. Okay, so this is my mission. So Ishwar, remember, end of the session we will set up that timed out issue. Okay, even say, even if you want to provide the sudo access, means definitely you should log in as a root only. Okay, so root, this is the configuration file, sudo ers is the file. Okay, so this is the file. See, only owner and group only having read permissions. Okay, nothing others, nothing, because this is very important file. Okay, so now you can go with the vi sudo. Okay, so vi sudo, come down, completely down. Okay, completely down, and create a new line. Then you can add this entry. Okay, add this entry, paste. So I told that before editing any configuration file, right? So you must take a backup file, because if something went wrong with your changes, right, it will be very problem. That's why I am not saving the file. Okay, I am without saving, I am quitting. Okay, see, unchanged, nothing changed. Okay, let me take the backup. /etc sudo urs, this is the file, /etc sudo urs backup one. Okay, now you can go and edit. Don't go with vi and file name, go with vi sudo command. Okay, come to the bottom. Now you can add. Also you can give some message also, why you are giving this access also. So you can write one comment here in the Linux. If the line start with the hash, right, it won't impact to the file, it's like a comment. Okay, so java team requested for sudo access for 3 days. 3 days like this you can give. Okay, then you can add this line, java all equal to all, no password, passwd colon all. Okay, save this file, save and quit. Now we can go to the java user. Okay, so java user. So now java user having the sudo privileges. Java user password. Okay, now we can type sudo command sui fun. See, without prompting any password, java user became a root user. See, he jumped. Okay, he jumped. See, are you getting, guys? Earlier when I not provided the sudo, it was asking the password. Now see, without asking, simply he switched to the root user. That's it. Okay, even this is also, we are not supposed to directly switching to the root user. Now become, because this is a root user, right? So you can go back. Okay, so let me try to create a user add. So my user, see, he is currently I am with the java user, which is normal user, but java user having the sudo privileges. But you are not directly switching to the root user, you just use the prefix as a sudo and root user commands. User add my user. Now it won't throw any error. See, earlier permission denied, right? Now it will go and execute this command, because this java user having the sudo privileges. That's it. So this way you have to execute the commands. Even you can go and google some commands. The command prefix having the sudo, it means this command is supposed to run by the admin user. Okay, this command supposed to run as a root user. Whoever having the sudo access, right, then they can execute. If they don't have the sudo access, right, then they will get this error. That's it. Clear? See now I didn't jump into the root user. I am still with my Java user only. Even though I am triggering the root user commands because I have the sudo access. That's it, guys. This is the way you have to provide the sudo access. Fine. Very important. And the story what I will explain, right? This is the real time. Many people don't know this process. Okay. If somebody directly question you, request you, if you provide blindly, if you provide the root user privileges means, then definitely your manager will fire on you. Hey man, why did you provide the sudo access without any justification, without any approval, without any information? You are not at all supposed to provide the root access, sudo access. Okay. So try to remember. If you explain this kind of story right in the during the interview, so definitely you can crack your interview. Definitely will get impression. Okay. So today task is go and recap this video again and again until you understood. Then write a scenario. Okay. Write a essay how to provide a sudo access. So in that first you can explain what is sudo access, why people require the sudo access, then how to provide the sudo access technically, what are the files handle. Before that you can write a scenario in the what happening in the real time projects, how people are following the process. Okay, this is known as the process. See, command is very simple, only one command, one line, that's it. Correct. See, vi sudo is the command and only one line you added, that's it. That guy got the sudo access. But process wise, right, you should follow this much process in the real time projects. Okay, so sudo access is very major activity. Okay, but sometimes even sudo access providing the sudo access also people are restricting. Then how to perform these steps and all, some configuration steps, how they can provide means, then what they will do, they will schedule one window, they will schedule a call, okay, along with this application team member and the OS admin team. So they together they will in the screen share they will perform this activity. See, right now I shared my screen, right? In the same way OS admin, he can log in, okay, because he is having root access, right? So he can log in, but he will share the screen to this guy, and during the screen share he will perform his activity and they will finish that. That is different story, different scenario. Okay, but even though they should provide the this justification before executing. We don't know, right? Even screen share also something if made, if we given any wrong command execution, right, which will be impacting to your server means, then that's it. Again people will come and ask OS team only. Okay, that is also not supposed to. Anyhow, just remember. Okay, now maybe some people won't understand what I am explaining now, but the moment you onboard into the project, right, if you get this kind of request, then you will come to know what I am explaining today. Okay, so there is no any new things here. It's a common thing only, but the process wise you should understand, guys. Okay. Fine. So far we discussed. Anything else, guys? Anything else? Anything pending from user management? And very good, Harish. You provided nice answers. So I am expecting from everybody this question. So not only for Harish, right? He gathered the information and shared over WhatsApp channel. So I am expecting from everyone. He sent in the very clean explanation and command as well. You can take opportunity and go with a different presentation. You can prepare a PPT and send over there. I am not restricting, right? So this is what I'm expecting you all, everyone. Okay? I'm not touching only for few people, right? So that is the interest. Even some people have interest, but they don't know how to interact. So try to improve your skills. Try to improve your communication. Communication nothing but not only English. Okay. So so far we done how to create a user. Okay. User properties and configuration files. Correct. And what are the default values, default properties, default properties. Then how to change custom values, how to change user properties. Okay. Then password. I forgot to tell you about password properties, right? Let me explain now. Password policies. Okay. So I will explain now. So here also, what are the default properties? How to change? Okay. Configuration files also. What is the password configuration files, guys? Hmm? See? No, no. My question is, what is the file name? What is the file password related configuration file? /etc shadow. See, if you people are not answering me, it means you are not practicing. You are not preparing. What about user related configuration file? Passwd. Okay. Remember, everything is important only. You cannot predict questions from the interviewer, right? You can ask anything about your server. Okay. And now I will explain these properties. Okay. We will take same Java user only. Fine. Easy to user. Fine. Switch to the user. Actually, this sudo and su hyphen, right? What does it mean? Sudo is the command. Okay. So sudo is the command and su is the another command, which is switch user. This is the switch user. Okay. Sudo is the whatever we discussed so far, right? That is the sudo. This one su means this is switching user. Okay. So even you can switch from one user to another user, guys, with help of this su. Okay. If you are switching from one user to another user, right? So the second user, the target user, password you should provide. Okay. If you don't provide the password, then you have to sudo access. Anyhow, remember, assume is the command, switching user, switch user. That's it. Okay. So let me switch here. Fine. So ID Java. This is a user. Now cat /etc shadow pipe grep Java. See, these are the password information. Okay, this 21000997. Actually, you cannot understand this one. Okay, that is the reason we have a command called chh, okay, hyphen l and username. So this command will display your password policies, your password information, your aging details. Okay, so clearly they mentioned, see, the moment I execute this command, right, see, last password change, it means when this Java user password gets changed, when today only I just changed. Okay, when the password will expire, never means password won't expire. Okay, and minimum age, so 0, currently 0, it means you can change at any time. Okay, maximum age. And warning, I told, right, before going to expire you will get some notifications like warning messages, right? This is the thing. Then how to change these values means you have a couple of options. Okay, I will write down now few of options. chh hyphen l means this will list the password aging details. Okay, hyphen m and value means this will, what it will do means it will change the minimum age of the password. Okay, it will change the minimum age. Then capital hyphen m, then value, this will, what it will do, it will change the maximum age. Okay, and hyphen w, I think hyphen w is for warning. Let me go on, we'll see, we'll try to change this. Okay, warning age, warning age, it will go on change. Let me go on change it. So currently minimum age is 0, right? I will go and change this. chh hyphen m, 3 days I will give, and username is the Java. Okay, now check, see, it got changed. Okay, so minimum 3 days in the sense the same password whatever you change it today, right, the same password you should maintain at least 3 days. Okay, that is the meaning actually. No, 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 nobody can see the power of passwords. Even admin also he can see, but it is in the encrypted format. Okay, see, this is the, are you able to read this? No, right? Okay, this one. Now you can go and change maximum age also. Let me give maximum age chh hyphen capital M, I will give like 10. Then username, see, so this password is going to expire when, see, 28th January, which means because I given 10, right, maximum age, after 10 days password will be expiring, password will get expired. Then you have to ask, either you can reset your vote or you can ask administrator team to reset the password. Okay, and password expiry is this one, password inactive, nothing, account expire also nothing, never is showing. You can go and change it, guys, these values. And warning I will try to change. chh-w 2 I will give, then Java, capital W. See here, all options are coming. Capital W means warning days, warn days, it will go on the change. Okay, and capital small m means minimum days it will change. Capital M means maximum. L means it will list all the aging details. And capital hyphen E means it will expiry date it will change. Okay. So sometimes developer request you to they need one application user. February 20th they want to disable that user. Okay. So what they will ask you, set it February 20th as the expiry date, then automatically user will get expire. Okay. And sometimes you can inactive your account also. Okay. So sometimes they don't want to use the account some certain time period, they want to inactive your account. Okay, this is the option hyphen I. Inactive in the sense user will be exist, user will be there, but he cannot access, he cannot log in into your server. Okay, so these are the options, guys. Now someone have to question, sir, how to display options? See, I given wrong option, that's why it is displayed. This is small w is the invalid option. So they are giving the hint. These are the options. But without executing this command with wrong option, how can I see all these options? Correct? So there is a one more command that also you can go with commands only. Normally, if any developer, any application developer develops the things means they have to give it. See, even if you are buying a mobile also, there is a manual thing, right? Manual. The manual contains how to use that phone. All information they will be giving, right? They giving all the details, right? Manual, like help to the people, help to the users. Here also there is a command called man and command name. So here command name is chh. You can execute this, then this man command will give all the user manual. So this is the command. What is the purpose? Okay, so ch is the command. Change the user password expired informations. Okay, under description, see about this command. The command changes the number of days between password changes and the date of last password change. This information is used by the system to determine when user must change their password. Some description. Then each and every command having the options, multiple options. Okay, so you can go and see hyphen D this option details. This is the syntax how to give. Then description. Then come. Okay, even hyphen H also there. CHH hyphen H display the help message and exit. Okay, so many options are there. See here hyphen M minimum days, capital M maximum days. Okay, and hyphen capital W changing the warning date. Okay, so this is the way you have to get help from the commands. And see here additional information also available. Configuration file /etc passwd. What it contains? User account information it contains. And shadow user account secure information, which means passwords information. Okay, many things are available, guys. You should go and grab it. That's it. Now how to see? I am typing, I am executing the down arrow. It is not coming. Then here only they are giving, see, press H for more help or Q for quit. That's it. Type Q. That's it. Okay. Fine. So these are the password aging details and all. Okay. Anyhow, remember this one now. Then passwords done. Then group. Okay. So primary group, secondary group, primary group, secondary groups. Then how to add people into the group. And here also we discussed configuration file. At least you can tell me guys what is the group's configuration file. 50% I will give the answer /etc. Then that's it. Group. Okay. This one. Then file permissions we discussed. Okay. Read, write, execution, and their values also. Execution is 1, write is 2. What about read? 4. That's it. And how to provide ch mode is the command. Okay. Options, then file name or directory, both you can. Okay. And we discussed 775 644 400. I asked one question also, which is the what is the file having 000 permissions? See, nobody answered. At least you didn't remind. Okay. So even you are not reminded me. Anyhow, all these things we discussed. Okay. Classic mode also we discussed. Classic mode and symbolic mode both. See, I'm recapping, guys. Okay, symbolic mode. Then what else in the permissions? Okay. Then so here note, the line X we are not directly giving to the, we are not giving permissions to users directly. Where we are giving, guys? Where we are giving? We are giving to files. Then respectively users are getting. Correct? I proven this statement, right? Okay. We are not giving directly the users. Where I am giving? I am giving to the files. Then respectively people are getting the privileges. Okay. So remember. Then sudo access. Very, very important thing. Okay. Sudo access, real-time scenario I explained. Find /i1 type fpm. Someone mentioned something. Harish. What is this, Harish? To find the that has zero permission files. My question is I want that file name. Okay. No, no. See, if you go and create a file and set as 000, that is not my question. By default, what is the file having zero permissions? 000. Understood? Will you answer the same thing in interviews? Okay, then find out how to provide sudo access as we discussed today. Hmm? Sudo access real time. Okay, and I forgot tell one more thing. See, file permissions, providing, changing 755644000, everything we discussed. Correct. Let me go and create one file. Okay, let me create with root itself. Okay, what will be the output, guys? This part PWD. Now, just write your answers in the chart. Don't tell. Write your answers in the chart. Come on, quickly. Who knows the answer? If you don't know the answer, type IDK. I don't know. Short form. See, 9 people are there. Harish written. Harish got the prize. Second prize, who will get? Ishwar will get. Ishwar, Sadia. 3 people, 3 answers I received. What about my 6 people? Okay, I received one more answer. How about others? Mansur, Mansur. Then who else? Nagveni joined today. Anil, what happened? Fine. So slash root, because root user, I just logged in as a root user. The moment you logged in is the home directory. Okay, very good, guys. Fine. Let me check any files. Nothing here under slash root. I will go and create a file called SKTech.txt. Okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, if you enter, it will throw error. Okay. So spelling mistake. Fine. I will create directory also. Both done. Let me display. So here, by default, file got 644, folder got 755. Okay, correct. So file got this one 644, correct, 644. Then directory, so this is the D, right? D. Directory 7 5, then again 5, correct. So how these files are directories are getting file or directory getting these default permissions? This is also interview question. Okay, there is a word called umask. Okay, so umask, which means 0 0 to 0. This is the umask value actually 002. Okay, so in your Linux, right, files having 666. Okay, folders having 777. Okay, 022, I think 022. 022. Okay, so this is the umask value. Okay, your files, all files having 666 and 7 directories means 777, you can remove, you can suppress. Okay, you can minus this value from 666 and 777, then you will get the these values. Okay, let me go and suppress these values, guys. Let me suppress from 666 minus, okay, so minus 022. What is the value, guys? 644. Correct. So 644 means what are the permissions? Read, write, hyphen, read, hyphen, hyphen, read, hyphen. Correct. Same thing you can do for the 777 also. You can suppress 022. So what are the values? 7, 5, 5. So these are the permissions. So this is the reason. How, if interviewer asking a question, how files and directories are getting the permissions means, default permissions means, this is the story. There is a word called umask which is having by default 022. Okay, so files are by default it is having 666. It will suppress the umask value, then it will get the file permissions. In the same way, directory also 777, it will suppress the umask value from 777, then it will get the 5755. That's it. Okay. Even there is a file called SSH configuration file. What is the SSH configuration file? /etc SSH SSHD underscore config. Correct. Let me go and grep this command. Okay. So grep -i umask, then file name /etc SSH/SSHD underscore config. Okay. I didn't find. Then find out, guys, in the RHEL. Okay. Where is this umask value exist? Find out from your side. I think in the AWS mission, AWS Linux, this is the file name. Maybe we are using RHEL, right? Maybe different. You can find out, guys. Okay. So I'm stopping the recording.